Hey guys, Chris from Tillman Family Farms. One of the first things that people ask me when they come to the farm to visit is, how do you like your tractor? Well, I thought today, since we've had so much rain and I haven't been able to do any other work, to do any videos on, I figured I would go over my tractor and just kind of give a little review. So this is a John Deere 3032E with a loader. You know, when I went out to buy a tractor for the first time, I really didn't have any clue what I wanted. I knew I wanted something with a loader, so that's what we ended up with. But this is a tractor in the 30 horsepower range. This particular tractor has a hydrostatic transmission, so there's not really a gearbox where you have to go through all the gears. You got a high and a low and a couple other things like that, but two pedals for forward and reverse. This tractor has not been a bad tractor at all. The more and more that we get into the hobby farming or farming that we do, I have learned that there are many shortcomings of this tractor. You know, it all kind of boils down to what you're going to do with it, and do you know what you're going to do with it when you buy it. So but it's the power of it is lacking a little bit for me now. I have a hard time with round bales of hay. We do have a hay spear, but it doesn't do us much good with this tractor. But other than that, I mean, I have put this thing through the test. I've had it stuck. I mean, I almost ran it in the pond the other day. I worked fires with it. We do tons and tons of bush hogging with it. Of course, we got tiller on it right now, so we do food plots for deer season. We do gardens. We do all kinds of stuff. But right this minute, I'm gonna change it up a little bit, and I'm gonna show you guys the controls on it and how easy it is to operate for you guys out there looking for a tractor. In my opinion, this is a pretty good choice. So let's go over a few things, okay? All right, guys. So we're gonna start off with the back of this thing. So we have a 3-point hitch back here. PTO driven. It's pretty easy. There's several things right here that are adjustable. Of course, your pivot arm right here that is adjustable to let your implement up or back or whatever. And then of course you have the pins here for connections, and then you have the PTO. This thing right here will pull up out of your way to you know, help you get your PTO and the slines and all that stuff. Down here, it is adjustable to, you know, let your side arms in and out a little bit more. Back here is where you fill hydraulic fluid back there. And then on the other side, there's a dipstick for you to actually check the fluid. Right there, this thing's a mess. I think it's rained a month or two in a row here in Georgia. So anyway, this one is 4-wheel drive. You have a brake, and then as I was saying, it is a hydrostatic transmission, so it's kind of self-explanatory. You got a forward arrow and a reverse arrow right there. This is your hydraulics for the rear of the tractor. You got this button right here on the side that is it's a button-driven PTO, so pull it up to engage the PTO. We back up. So that down there is your 4-wheel drive. You pull it up to be in 4-wheel drive, and you push it down to be in 2-wheel drive. Here you have your parking brake, and then this knob right here is high and low. The only other thing really control wise on this is going to be for your loader. Okay, very, very simple to use. It's the same as, you know, backhoes or anything else. Most all these controls are identical. But other than that, you know, the dash has got your throttle right there on the dash, and then you got lights and And then of course everything else on the dash itself. Fuel is on the top. You have a nice little gauge right there that you can see when you're using it. This tractor is a 2016. I can't remember how many hours I got on this thing already. So I've got there you go, 367 hours on this tractor already in 4 years. I haven't had any complaints. It hasn't let me down. So far, good tractor. I guess next, maybe we'll go over some of the maintenance. All right, guys, so maintenance on the tractor. The biggest thing that I try to make sure that I have maintenance on this tractor is all of the alamites. There's several different ones on both sides of the loader that need to stay greased for as much as you use it. So that is an alamite. It takes a grease gun. You push the grease gun fitting over the fitting, and then you pump it up until you have grease popping out in here, and this one's about due actually. But at just about every joint that moves, you're going to have one. There's others on the tractor in other places besides the loader. There's some that are down on the hubs down there. There's some in the back. Some of your implements are going to have things like that on them. This tractor was actually, I did a service on this tractor not too long ago, and it wasn't that terribly hard to do everything on. So you got an oil filter right there, you got a water separator filter right there beside it, and then there's another fuel filter right behind here. And then on the back side, up under the tractor back here, there is a hydraulic fluid filter. You know, for the most part, that's about it. Besides the fact I need to fix my lights on the back of it. This one, I do drive this one on the road from a couple different places, a couple different properties. So it's important to have the slow moving vehicle placard on the back of your tractor and to make sure that your hazard lights work. But other than that, this thing has, it's been a really good tractor. When we first started off, we were basically bush hogging and moving a little bit of dirt around, so we really didn't need a lot of tractor. And now that we've graduated over the past 4 or 5 years into some other things, it does have things to be desired. So we may graduate to a bigger tractor here soon. But if you are looking for a tractor for your Deere property, or you know, a small hobby farm or anything like that, doing a lot of bush hogging or anything, this tractor has been a great one. It's a 3032E from John Deere. I bought it, and I'm not plugging them, but here in Georgia we have Sun South is one of the dealers. This is where I bought this one from, but it's a pretty good place to deal with, and they were nice. Had a pretty good deal on it. I got a nice trailer with the tractor. Implements that we have an auger, obviously a tiller, bush hog, and a hay spear, and then of course the loader. We have a couple other things that we would like to buy for this tractor. I think I'm going to put some type of top on it this summer. My dad does a lot of bush hogging with it, so he needs a little shade. But great tractor. If you're out looking for one, at least give John Deere a look. They're very, very, very reliable tractors. Between them and the Kubotas, I would probably say it's the 2 best tractors out there. So if you guys will take a minute and like the video and subscribe, and we'll have more farm videos posted as soon as possible, and we'll get back on our fencing series as soon as we can get the farm to dry out a little bit. We're soaked right this minute. So anyhow, y'all have a good afternoon. Thanks for watching.